Raptors, 42% chance to make the finals, as you can see right there, which is the best, of course, in the East. Sixers, 30%. Cavaliers, 14%. Woody Page, are you right now prepared to call the Toronto Raptors the favorites to come out of the East?
Tony, you're coming to the right place here. Of course I'm calling them. I've been calling them since November, and you kept telling me to wait. Well, I've waited. And yes, they are the favorites in the Eastern Conference. And it's not just because if you could just get them some late night games rather than having to play all the time at 5:30 in the afternoon, because they struggle in opening games, and the fans there say, we don't want to play in the afternoon. We're night people in Canada. So that's one of the problems. But this backcourt has struggled in opening games, even though DeRozan and Lowry are great guards, but they now got Van Fleet, who can come in and also offer a third option at guard. Here, we can talk about the Raptors. In the past, they've been criticized because of their defense. They're a top 5 defensive team now, and since nobody watches them, I mean, they don't realize that they're playing great defense, particularly in the forecourt.
Tim Kalishaw?
You know, I've said for 2 or 3 years we don't need LeBron, to pick LeBron to come out of the East every year. And I was really kind of forward-thinking when I said that. I wasn't referring to these past years when he did, in fact, come out of the East.
Thank you for putting that out. Yes,
however, having said that, I don't think it's time to pick against him yet. When that day comes, it's going to be a good team that's solid, and we believe in him all the way through. And, you know, you can't believe in the Celtics right now. The Sixers don't have the experience, and the Raptors just haven't done it in the postseason.
So you got Cleveland as the favorite, no matter what. Nothing's going to change your opinion there. Sarah Spain, how about you?
I appreciate that you're a LeBron hipster, but you're still not going to make that pick just yet. You're ahead of the game, man. No, listen, the Raptors are top 5 in offense and defense. DeMar DeRozan's role has changed on the team from an ISO player to a guy who understands the role he has to play for better team success. As much as you can't ignore the fact that they've had playoff struggles, particularly Game 1, 0-10, including 0-6 in their last home playoff first games, that's seriously a problem, and it's something you need to consider. But this is a different team that operates differently, and what he said is right. A lot of people just aren't watching the Raptors. They're going with the story that they've always told themselves about how they'll react in the postseason. I do have them as my favorites in the East. I think we're all underestimating the Cavs, and they're 29th in the league defensive efficiency.
Underestimating that they're bad on defense, overestimating that they can bounce back from that. Okay, Plashke, how about you?
This team has taken all the steps you need to get to the NBA Finals. They've been together 5 years, 5th straight year in the playoffs. They played in every round except the conference finals. They have the 2 veteran guards, and now they have a bench. Woody mentioned Van Fleet. There's other, their bench comes off. It's equal. The team's output is equal with the bench as with the starters. They've never had that kind of depth before. They never had this kind of experience before. And Cleveland, to me, has never been this vulnerable before. I think the Raptors, clear favorites to the back.
Woody, you want a last word? You've been with them since November. I'll give you the last word.
Well, when Bill was talking about the depth, that's been a problem for the other teams in the Eastern Conference because of injuries. And we see that, Cleveland, just the problems they're having trying to get a rhythm with that team. This is a team that has rhythm. It has the best record. It has the home field advantage. What more do you want?
They'll play it on a court this year, but yeah.
That home field advantage in basketball is big, Woody. You're right.
Huge. The Raptors, 42% chance to make the finals, as you can see right there, which is the best, of course, in the East. Sixers, 30%. Cavaliers, 14%. Woody Page.